So, nursing or real estate, which one of these careers will give you more freedom? Now, as someone who has been nursing for over 20 years, then became a realtor, yes, in the last 3 years. Yes, I've been doing real estate for the last 3 years. I can tell you that making a decision is not as easy as you might think. So today in this video, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly with both careers so that by the end of this video, you will be informed enough to make a decision on which career path might be the one for you to give you that freedom that you're looking for. Now, before we even look at both of these careers, we need to talk about what freedom might look like to you because freedom looks different for everybody. So, freedom for you might be different because of your family, the lifestyle, and even the season of life that you're currently in. For some women, freedom might look like a consistent pay stub, or freedom might look like the flexibility of having your own time to make your own schedule. And for others, freedom might mean creativity or simply protecting your peace at this stage in life. Now, let's talk about the freedom that nursing gives. And honestly, I can say nursing offers a different kind of freedom, the type of freedom that built me. I can say because of nursing, I was able to migrate to Canada as a registered nurse under the Federal Skilled Workers Program. That was way back in 2011. But that's how I gained my freedom from one country and migrating to another country. So that's one of the pro tips for nursing for me. Let's look into the other benefits of nursing. Nursing gives you that financial stability, right? You know that there is a paycheck coming in every 2 weeks or every month, depending on how you work and how your work schedule is. This is different for real estate because real estate is a commission-based career. So you have to sell a house to make some money. While if you're a registered nurse, you know that there are several different places that you can be working. You can be working full-time here, part-time here, casual here, and you know that there's a consistent amount of income coming in that you can budget for and you can plan for this money coming in. Number 2 is job security. Nurses are, I think we are unique because you can, as I said, because of nursing, I migrated from Jamaica to Canada. Now, nursing gives you that flexibility to relocate to several different countries. There's always job opportunity for nursing. And this is funny. When I was looking into going to school after high school and I was thinking of a career path, my mom said to me, you're either going to be a teacher or a nurse. Why? Because these jobs are universal. You can get jobs anywhere you go, and these jobs usually create an opportunity. And she wasn't lying. Here I am today, reaping the benefits of being a registered nurse, choosing that path initially for my first career. So it gives you that opportunity that you will find a job somewhere. You will find a job in nursing. And also not just the job, the different components of nursing, the different specialty area. So my specialty is mental health and psychiatry. That's what I've been doing since I started nursing in day one. But it's the freedom and the flexibility, that type of freedom and flexibility. You can work at bedside nursing, you can work in clinics, you can work in community agencies, and you can work in different specialty. I just mentioned mental health, pediatrics, geriatrics, obstetrics, what else? Several different areas in nursing. So if you're tired of one area, you can go do some further training and then you can move to another specialty area. So that's what I really like about nursing. Number 3 is a defined schedule. You go into work, you do your work, you clock out. But this is really if you're working shifts, majority of the time if you're working shifts, right? But for most jobs in nursing, you don't take the work home with you. Once you leave the hospital or your place of employment, you come home and you can separate that work from home sort of lifestyle. So you can just focus on your family. With real estate, is a 24/7 job, I find. So you have to be on the phone after hours, making sure that you're available and you're accessible to your clients and to other realtors, one even especially if you submitted a deal, right? So I find it is more demand and takes up more family time. It's hard to have that boundary. You can, but it is sometimes challenging to have that boundary between leaving the work site and having your family time at home, sort of, because it's a career where you're working from home, which this might be the freedom that you're looking for, that you're not tied to a job or a location, but you have the opportunity to work from home. Now, let's look into the limitations or the cons of being a nurse, choosing this career path for you. And the first one is the burnout, especially working shifts, working those 12-hour shifts, and especially working night shifts. This is mentally and physically challenging for your body, right? Especially nowadays, I see nurses, they're doing mostly like 4 and 5 rotation, where you work 2 day shift, then 2 night shifts. Then, you have the 5 days like to recuperate, and then you resume work, right? But the back and forth, I find, while being a nurse, this was taking a mental toll on my body, especially the night shifts, because sometimes you are not able to sleep throughout the day and you're not able to have that adequate rest throughout the day. So this oftentimes disrupt your mind, your mindset, your mental health, and also your physical health. So again, it depends on what stage of life you are in. If you're young and if you don't have that responsibility of children, of husband, then fine. I remember in my younger days, I was more able to adapt and adjust to the different shift of being a nurse. But now, as you get older, you might be able to find another job like in the clinic. That's where I'm at right now. But sometimes those jobs, it takes years of building your seniority and years of building your experience to get a job that offers that stability where you can avoid the shifts. So that's number one, con. Number two, the disadvantage is that you miss a lot of holidays, family time, and memories with your kids and your family, milestones, because of working hard, working shifts, and being there, caring for others, weekends, holidays, after hours, nighttime. So you find that you miss out a lot. And I can attest to this. Yes, especially when I just started nursing in the earlier part of my career when I had my daughter. At one point, my daughter was more used to her daycare or nanny or caregiver more than how she was used to me being home. Because of the shifts, I had to constantly be dropping her off, picking her up at nights when she was sleeping, especially when you're doing afternoon shifts, 2 to 10. I remember when I was doing afternoon shifts, that was in Jamaica, and I would drop her off, pick her up at night, she wants to sleep. So then you find that you're missing out. You're working on weekends, have to drop her off again, pick her up. So she was spending more time with her caregiver, with her nanny, more than what she was spending time with me. And, it affected me a little bit initially, but then I got used to it. So this is one con of working as a nurse. Another con. The other one is you're constantly pouring into others, and you find that by the time you find the time to pour into yourself, you are so tired, you are so drained, especially when you're working the shifts again, right? You're giving, caring, and then you have to really have some strong boundaries and really schedule and plan into your schedule for some me time and some self-care. Because if not, you find that you work, and by the time you're on your days off, you're so tired, you want to sleep, and then you have the housework, the cooking, the cleaning, the grocery, and everything just falls right on you. So you have to be intentional in planning self-care and planning time for you. So I can say nursing gave me stability, but it didn't give me the soft life and the financial freedom that I needed. So that's why I decided to go back to school and became a realtor, because I wanted, at this point in life, when I started real estate, I was in my late 30s. So I was looking into a career that would smoothly transition into retirement without having that set schedule, not having the time for myself and having to just be dedicated to work and having to answer to a boss. That's what it all boils down to. Tying to a job that doesn't give you enough freedom and flexibility to work on your own and to do your own thing. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to become a real estate agent, for the potential of transitioning into full-time real estate, one, and number two, giving an additional extra stream of income while being a registered nurse. So currently I'm still working full-time as a registered nurse, and I'm also doing real estate part-time. Now I think I'll be doing another video about if you should really become a real estate agent and my thoughts and opinion working part-time and working full-time as a registered nurse. I'll do another video for that. So if you're interested in that one, don't forget to subscribe so you'll see when that video drops. Now let's look at real estate. Real estate gives you a complete different type of freedom, but it comes with a cost. Yes, it does. So let's look at the freedom it offers. Number one, time flexibility, which can be a pro and a con, because unlike nursing where you're tied to a job, you're tied to an organization where they control your schedule, they control, your clocking in, your clocking out time. You have to either work a 12-hour shift, which is usually 7 to 7, or you do 8 to 4, 8:30 to 5:30, 9 to 5, right? With real estate, you can set your own schedule and your own time. You're working independently, and oftentimes these days you're working from home if you have a brokerage that's one of the online brokerages, right? But you set your own schedule. You determine how many clients you want to see, how many clients you want to work with, because you know what? The roof of making money in real estate is infinite. It does not have a cap on it. So if you want to work with 10 clients at a time, with 2 clients at a time, you determine how much and when you want to work. But you have to have strong boundaries and you have to be disciplined in order to maintain this type of flexibility with your time. Number two, which I think I delved in a little bit, is the unlimited income stream potential. As I just said, it doesn't have a cap on how much you can make per month, per year. You determine how much you want to make and how much work you want to put in, right? So you are building a business and your input depends on how successful your output will be, which is that cash, ching, 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 right? What you make in a week, or a month in being a registered nurse, you can make that with one deal, closing one deal, or even more than that, closing one deal, right? So that's where the pro comes in with being a real estate agent. Number three is the creativity and the freedom of being your own boss and being an entrepreneur, right? So you can determine how you want to market, or you want to build your brand, or you want to promote your brand, and you can be as unique as you want. You can just be yourself. You determine what kind of people you want to attract, what kind of people you want to work with, and what kind of brand you want to portray out there online, in the online community, right? So real estate gives you that freedom. And I found I needed a little freedom and create more creativity at this stage of life that I'm in right now. So those are the reasons why I chose to become a realtor. Now, let's look at some of the cons, the price that you will have to pay while you're being a real estate agent. Now, these are some of the realities that nobody warned me about, or you might not hear about, but these are the real truth that I'll be unwrapping of being a real estate agent. And the fact is, one, no guaranteed income. Now, as per nursing, as I said, you have a set amount of income that you'll be working, which is guaranteed, right? You're working salary. But with being a realtor, you are your own boss and you have to go out there and find your own clients. You have to learn how to market and promote your business, your brand, because what? You are now an entrepreneur, right? So there might be some months while you're doing it, and clients are coming in. and the bank account and the checks are being dropped, deposited, right? The commissions are hot, and then there might be seasons where it's dry. No money in the bank, no clients, nobody's buying, nobody's selling, and you find that now you're in a trap of how am I going to survive, right? So now there will be seasons when you're thriving and seasons when you're surviving if you don't know how to manage your money well and prepare for those dry seasons. Number two, oh my goodness, I can tell you about this one. Clients can be stressful. Yes, dealing with people can be stressful as a realtor. So to avoid this, you have to decide from day one, which you might even learn from some mistakes, what kind of clients you want to work with. You're going to find times when you're working with clients, especially like first-time home buyers, and yes, they're pre-approved, and yes, things happen and the deal have to fall through. They're very picky. You're going to find that you use your gas to be driving all over the place, showing houses, showing up to over 20 houses sometimes or more, and then you find the deal fall through. Why? Because maybe the client is picky, they didn't like something in the house, or something happened with their finances, but these things happen. So you have to decide from early what type of clients you want to work with, and you have to assess and thoroughly do your analysis on meeting with them on the first go, right? So you decide if you want to work with them or you want to refer them to somebody else. Yes, this is real. Number three, you have to self-motivate and you have to be really disciplined, because if you don't work, what? You don't get paid. This job is a commission-based job. So as I said, if you don't know how to bring clients in, get leads in, then you won't have a business, period. And number three, you carry the weight of people's biggest financial decision. And if you're not careful, if you don't set boundaries, I think you can have some negative impact of having some mental breakdown, of having anxiety, this feeling of anxiety. I remember when I'm submitting deals and I'm writing deals, and after I submitted it, then you have to wait to see if that deal is accepted, or you have to wait to see if they're going to make a counter offer. I find this so mentally draining. It gives me anxiety. So if you're not mentally strong enough, mentally tough enough to deal with all these transactions and negotiations and even work with other realtors, then real estate might not be for you. So now, let's answer the big question. Which one of these careers give you freedom? And the answer is ching ching. Depends on which stage of life you are currently in. If you're a single mom or you need more stability, then nursing might be the career for you. If you're in the season where you want or you crave that creativity and entrepreneurship, having the control of your time, then real estate might be the right career for you. If you want to eventually work for yourself, build wealth, and create your own schedule, then real estate might be the career for you. Then, if you want guaranteed income with no ups and downs, the stability, nursing gives you that. Freedom isn't the career. Freedom is the alignment between who you are and the life that you want. So for me personally, when I look back, nursing saved me. Nursing gave me the stability I needed most at that time. But real estate gave me freedom, another level of freedom. It stretched me. It gave me that creativity. It gives me a taste of that entrepreneurship feeling, creating my own schedule, working with people, and sort of stretching me, and also to be creative, building my brand. So for me, both careers built me. Yes, I've been nursing longer, so nursing is my passion, is my heart. Once a nurse, forever a nurse. With real estate, now I'm trying to build wealth independence, and entrepreneurship at the same time. So for you, my friend, instead of asking yourself which one is better, ask yourself which one of these careers align with the woman you are becoming. And that will help you to make a decision on which career path is right for you. Now, if you are looking into buying or selling or investing in Hamilton, Ontario, I'm happy to help you because I'm a local realtor here in Hamilton. So send me an email. I'll leave it below in the description so you can contact me and I can help you with your real estate needs. Thank you so much for sticking to the end and stick around for the next video. Bye for now.